Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today as always. And it's a cloudy, cool day in St. Louis, Missouri today. It's not raining though. Hope it's great wherever you are in the world. And today's topic is going to be high status. How to be a high status male. And why does it matter? Well, do you want to be low status? But before we begin, smash that like button and subscribe. And welcome to my new subscribers. Let me show you how being high status can help you achieve what you desire in life. As I said, what would you rather be, high status or low status? The choice is yours. You can change your status by changing your consciousness, thus changing your actions. Excuse me. Let's go. Let's see what this has to say. Found this article by Daniel Karen, and 39 ways to be the highest status person in the room. Starts out with a picture of Napoleon. He was definitely a high status male, although his status was short-lived, I suppose. But not really, because he's been considered high status even many years after his death, hundreds of years after his death. So maybe it was short-lived during his life, but it lives beyond him. Okay. High status. He starts out, allow me to preface this article by articulating my thoughts on social status. I don't think nor care about social hierarchies. I believe the social status is not good nor bad. It's just a tool you can use to help achieve your goals. Just like any other tool, you maximize the benefits and minimize the negatives. In regards to social status, the battle to be the number one alpha male in a group does not concern me, but it probably concerns a lot of you. This post is about the vast inner world of being high status and some outward expressions that come with it. Very good point. The vast inner world of being high status. You have to be high status within first before you can project it into the outer world. Whatever you are, you project out into the world, and that is reflected back to you by situations, people's actions, and circumstances you find yourself in. You only have the ability to react to that, but you create your outer world by what goes on the inside. People will only see you as high status if when you look in the mirror, you see yourself as high status and believe that you are. Your belief creates your reality. Everything stems from beliefs, your thoughts about yourself. Your conception of yourself creates your experiences in your world. If you don't believe that, just think back objectively over your life and your dominant thinking patterns and what was going on in your outer world during these times. Most people don't sit down and take time to think about that, to contemplate that. They don't really contemplate it. They remember the bad effects, but they don't contemplate and think about what was going on inside my head during these times, before these tragedies or these successes happened. Everyone creates their world with their thinking. Most people create by default. Why not take control of your thinking? He who controls himself is greater than he who controls a city, or he who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers a city. Same thing, different words. Let's continue. The inner world of high status equals who you are, not what you do. There are a lot of people out there that teach these methods to be perceived as high status or to be perceived as someone they're not really. Now, these things have their place, but unless they come from the feeling within or the actual the substance of being that type of man, they accomplish nothing or even little. They may bring you much disappointment, and whoever you're dealing with, the person you're talking to, will see right through it. Maybe not the first meeting or the second meeting, but they will see right through it eventually. What you are speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying. Okay. A high status man is known for the following, among other factors. You are a great man. You are known for being genuine. You are a cool, likable guy. People love to hang around you. And I would say there's a few more things there we could list. Some of the following 41 ways to boost your status immediately. Others are developed over a lifelong conscious growth process. I wrote this for men originally, but the majority, besides testosterone, could be used for women. I used to tell people, when you walk in a room, walk in there like you own that place. And guess what? If you walk in there like you own that place, people will look at you like you are somebody important. You're never going to get people to view you as a high status man or someone of importance until when you look in the mirror, you view yourself as a high status man or a man of importance. I'm not talking about arrogance, but I will say this: better to err on the side of a little arrogance than to err on the side of self-defacement or low self-esteem or low self-worth or low value. You need to see yourself as the man you want to become. See yourself within yourself as who you want to be. See yourself as being that person now. And in time, with patience, it will come to pass in your outer world. Your outer world will bear witness to what you see in your inner world. Takes persistence, perseverance, and an ability to see beyond your present conception of yourself, which is always changeable. You are greater than your present conception of yourself. You just need to step into that reality. Step into it within yourself, and it will be witnessed by your outer world. The outer world will bear witness to who you believe you are in your inner world. Number one, this is an outer action, but an important one. I've always worked out, sculpted my body. You can become obsessed with that. You got to be careful with that. Okay, number one, work out, sculpt your body to perfection. Well, you got to watch out for that perfection. Nobody's perfect, but I get his point. This is more than looks. The type of person that spends hours at a discipline, the type of person that doesn't give into impulses, the type of person that can make a commitment and keep it. The one thing about going to the gym or working out with weights, I work out, as you can see, I have my own weights in the back there. I'm not much for going to a gym. I did go when I used to box. Of course, I had to spar with people, but I work out at home. Sometimes it helps some people to go to the gym because it's easier for them to work out when they have other people, when they're in the atmosphere of other people working out. Myself, I don't need that. I prefer to work out here at home. Okay, but this builds a discipline. And if you're wanting to attract women, if you're a man, if you want to attract girls, if you're a young man, not only does this help you feel better about yourself when you stay in shape and you work out, but women are attracted to inner strength. And when they see a man who is sculpted, who's in good shape, and I'm not talking about a giant muscle man, statistics show that women are more attracted to the less muscular men. Now, I'm not talking about no muscles. I'm talking about being in good shape, being firm, having the V shape. but you don't have to be gigantic. Okay, that's not really what they're attracted to as much as the guy who's just sculpted, good shape, got a V, shoulders are bigger than his waist, and tapers down. A man who's in good shape, good posture, stands up straight and tall. And when she sees someone like that, she realizes that this man is a disciplined man. And that equates with inner strength. Women are more attracted to inner strength, confidence, power within than looks. Now, looks will get your foot in the door, but that's about it. If you have no inner strength, if you're not strong within, if you're not independent, if you're not centered, they will not be attracted to you. Very important for a man to be strong within. Like I said, looks will get your foot in the door, but that's about it. Now, men, we're attracted to a beautiful girl. We see a beautiful girl and we think, she'd make a good wife before we ever even know anything about her. She'd have to have a terrible personality before we would be unattracted to her. Although I have met women that I thought were just beautiful, and the more I talked to them, the less beautiful they became. I've also met women that I didn't think were so attractive, and the more I spoke with them, the more attractive they became. So for us men, it's similar, but women are really attracted more to inner strength. That's why sometimes you'll see a woman with a man who you may think is challenged in the looks department, but he's got something inside. He doesn't need the looks. Some of the greatest Casanovas of all time were not very attractive. Some of them were even ugly. So read about them and you'll see. So if you think you lack in the looks department, don't worry. You don't have to be Mr. Beautiful to pick up beautiful women. Looks aren't everything. Inner strength is everything. Many times people will see a woman that's with an older guy who has money. She just wants him for his money. Now that can be true sometimes, but more often than not, she's attracted to the type of person that he is, that it took to acquire that money, to acquire those resources. He has a certain character, inner strength, perseverance, persistence, determination that allowed him to acquire these outer riches manifestations. That is what she's really attracted to. Okay, let's continue. These are traits of the high status man. This type of person loves going to the gym. He is determined and willing to put in the work. And you can do it so long, going to the gym, that it becomes a habit. It becomes easier to do it than not to do it. I have been working out since I was about 20 years old. Okay? I've ran for a lot of those years. I finally stopped running here lately because I just work on the weights. I used to run when I competed as an amateur professional boxer in triathlons. I run marathons, 10Ks, 5Ks, many different lengths of races. I always said when I quit competing, I'm going to just work out and work on my body. And that's what I do now. I enjoy that. I love to run, but when I'm at work, I love to walk fast. I really move when I'm at work. So I find when I'm running on a regular basis, it takes a little bit of the zip out of my legs. So now I just lift weights. But I enjoy the effects, and I'm doing exactly what I said I wanted to do back in my 20s. And now I'm 60, almost 61, and I love working out. I love the sculpt of my body. Very happy with that. And it keeps you healthy, and you live longer, and you look younger. So anyway, let's go. The added benefit of going to the gym is raising your testosterone, becoming happier, sleeping better, and increased activity. Okay, now a lot of people think that when you get to be 40, 50, 60, you're going to have this problem with testosterone, that you can't get it up anymore. That's all bull crap. Don't believe that. I'm 61, I wake up every morning at attention, and you know what that means. But we're out of time. We'll speak on this tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Smash that like button. Have a great day.